So as I mentioned it in my video on the Dublin Bay South by-election, Fianna Fáil didn't do too well. They have a huge bill at the end of this because they thought they would win, Digital Conway would win. And then at the end of it, they have a huge bill for amount of posters to put up, leaflets, you name it, just general costs. For getting TDs, like again, they had TDs coming from every part of the country to go around and canvassing for them. And she only got 1,000 votes for a party that's in government. And me whole mountain. Again, I'm sure everybody would agree. Fianna Fáil in some places, and across the country, nearly 5 to 7% at most support. They've lost a good lot of TDs too. Lost a good few council seats. Fianna Fáil on the way out. Let's totally be honest. Me home mountain's driving it into the ground. It's already been for the last few years. It's been in the ground. But Fianna Fáil really the last few months have really pushed themselves into the ground, like literally they put the last nail into the coffin. And again, would you believe the fellow who came out and said it today was Brian Cowan, the fellow that a brother of the fellow who bankrupted the country. And then he obviously went to Clifton. You remember him went to Clifton. It's terrible how the media don't have forgot that. If that was a good media, they'd be saying to him, keep nagging him about Clifton and why is he still there? Who asked him to be still there? Because he should be gone. He should have no pension. But again, great country as I say. But yeah, Micheál Martin is just like clueless, and he just wants to lead them into the next election. Even though people that have been in Fianna Fáil all their life are saying no, just full on no. Enough of this, whatever this kind of shite is. Again, Fianna Fáil, it's hard to understand because they've always been the crooks, vast majority of them. But again, there's even county councillors, so there's these own TDs are questioning him, saying, what kind of leadership has he shown? What kind of banana republic is this? Even though they're in government and they're waking up now and they're like, what have we created? What have we done? And again, they didn't notice that during the financial crash when they caused the country to go bankrupt. But again, they woke up finally now, and they're finally seeing the error of their ways. So you will see a lot more Fianna Fáil county councillors going, and the same like and the former Gaelloch, Shane P. O'Reilly. The former now he's an independent. He used to be in Fianna Fáil. He was a long time in the Fianna Fáil. He was a very popular member of Fianna Fáil here. It even called Micheál Martin had to get on the local radio station though and sounded the next day to say that his party was in good shape, because that's how big of a blow it was to the whole party, because that caused ruptures. That really did cause ruptures in Cavan and Dublin. Because having such a high ranking person, going for Fianna Fáil, especially the amount of years he served in Fianna Fáil, was something that ruptured the whole establishment, the Fianna Fáil establishment, and I know that for a fact because they were talking about it for a long time, Fianna Fáil. Because they were walked to the core in Cavan with it. They couldn't believe it. But again, it's clueless. It's the really clueless leaderships in Fianna Fáil. There's a sinking ship. And again, as I said before, I don't know if it could get worse. To be honest, I don't know. Because going by Fianna Fáil, people even I know in Fianna Fáil, TDs and county councillors, in Fianna Fáil, the most person that will lead Fianna Fáil after Micheál Martin goes, whatever happens, it's going to be, most likely would be Norma Foley. And you're probably like, your jaw's probably dropped. I don't know who could be worse, Norma Foley or Micheál Martin. Who could be worse? A woman that actually can't answer a question. At least in fairness to Micheál Martin, he talks shite, but at least he gives an answer. Norma Foley just waffles on about random shite. And she doesn't talk any sense. And she goes on about safe stuff and this, that, and she could be the leader of Fianna Fáil. Talk about a sinking ship. It's well sunken. Norma Foley's ship is well sunken. And again, imagine her having to be on OT every night. She goes this, she disappears for about 6 years, and then doesn't, again, could Fianna Fáil get any worse? If that's the best they have, then what I feel for Fianna Fáil in the future, just if that's the best they have, Norma Foley, to lead Fianna Fáil, because I'm sure there's better, younger members. There's a few Fianna Fáil county councillors in Monaghan that are great people, who are really nice people, and I know them. And the decent people, and that's what we need. We need decent people in there, in government. That's what we need. And there's a few good county councillors in Monaghan that are down to earth county councillors, and they would make good ministers or even heads, even in Micheál Martin's place. But again, no, we want the old elite. We don't want new people. People that actually might relate to people and might actually sympathise. Micheál Martin's just like fuck everybody. But again, if that was normal for you, you actually have no empathy for anybody. She literally has no empathy for anything. Again, it's always there's something about beating up Norma Foley. Like, this is beating up Norma Foley channel. But again, I'm sure people would agree. You can't really deny it that Fianna Fáil is the lowest support in their history since the foundation of the Irish Free State. Even during the financial crash, Fianna Fáil was at a moderate support. It was probably about 15, 16, 17, 20% support by the general in the polls. Now RT can't even defend them because it's 4 to 5 to 7, at most 7, at most 8, at most. Because, and again, Deirdre Conway is just a perfect example. Probably Fianna Fáil area that, again, I looked at the polls. Fianna Fáil used to win that election in area, very often. And years ago, Fianna Fáil used to be no difference. Two parties used to always win it. Again, Fianna Fáil got it very, very hard, especially the amount of campaigning they did. But yeah, that's how the cookie went, and that's how the cookie crumbled. But again, he wants to go down with his ship, I suppose, Micheál Martin. But again, it's just maybe it's what they call it. Finally, maybe gods might be punishing them for something. His what they call it is his past mistakes are coming back to haunt him. It's karma, in other words. I forgot what I was saying. It's karma, in other words, coming back to haunt him for all the things he's caused to this country, especially the last year. The amount of pain and suffering Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael have inflicted on this country. Again, maybe it's karma. Maybe God's finally kicking back, and saying, you're going to suffer for this too. Which finally I say about time, so they suffer a bit, these TDs and senators and county councillors and everything. Thank you.